Yeah, this is Point Black. That's right. Coming in hard and off the car. Coming with the flow. Straight to the motherfucking barrio. And coming with the heat to the motherfucking street. This is PBNN. Point Black. National News. Coming with the facts to crack their back. You know what I'm saying? PBNN. Point Black National News. The late edition. Now let's get on it. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of knuckleheads running around in our government and we got to get them out. But we got to do it in a nice way. Yeah. Now, have you noticed who is the one to bring down laws on states? We know this to be the governor, of course. You know what I'm saying? Lockdown and all kinds of laws. The governors, demon Democrats in many states, is now who we have to look at more closely now. Because this episode proves a whole lot of things that we should be looking at. If we call yourself a nation, you see, a lot of people is working with them. This is why they jump on my phone and in my lives and in my backlog, like they're doing probably right now. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, and I'll say it again, go tell them, or you're listening, I said it. Because of how they can implement these governors. They can implement state laws, overseeing operations of states, operation of states of executive branch, as a matter of fact. Also, you know what I'm saying, can pursue new revised policies and programs using a variety of tools like executive budgets and legislature proposals and veto. Since they want the fire, let's bring it. He is an agent of the president. So whatever agenda he's on, most of the governors are usually on the same rail. So we have to look at that. You know what I'm saying? So if this position is under wicked intentions, and as people like to say, conspiracy or red tape, or under the table, or crooked sheet, or Luciferian sheet, or whatever, secret society, whatever you want to call it. If this position is under wicked ones, that state will fall in the garbage as well. So let's keep it 100 here. While many run their mouth, talk, run, skulk, and go. Like I said, just because of color skin, you're supposed to rule. But everything you got that made that in your mind is a lie. So let's keep it 100 and let's all get on this to get our world and our country back in its rightful order. You know what I'm saying? To me, Como is not right for this position anymore. Time for new blood in the governor's seat. And I'll say it again. Time for new blood. We have seen his work of the use of power in New York State. That's a fact and point blank. So we've got to start looking at things a lot more better. You know what I'm saying? And we see now the early voting kicking off in New York State. The marital vote is kicking off, which is good. So we see, the primary elections, the let's get some Republicans with some sense. With some sense. You know what I mean? Get them in there. We need Republicans with some sense. You know what I'm saying? And not take bribes, crookedness, and all kind of things going on, because there are many we cannot trust one bit. Democrats have had their run of the mill, don't you think? All right, you know. So we're looking at a situation where we've got to come up with more understanding on the understanding, the overstanding of what laws and different things can come down on our head based on the United States governor and governorship, because he is an agent for the president, and in every state this is true, and this is what they do. So if there's any corruption based in the government, then we are in for a long haul anytime something comes down the pipeline. We have to start looking more into these situations so we can solve problems more quickly. What went on just now in the last 2 years took a toll on many people's lives. This was due because no one seemed to have true facts or information or to know how to go about doing this without finding themselves in a bad position, such as Point Black on YouTube and so on. They've been trying everything they possibly can, from people to YouTube to everybody, saying I violated the community. You know what I'm saying? But nobody see any violations anywhere else until they're ready to see it and they say it. But we see it and we saw what happened. You know what I'm saying? So we have to start looking at these things more carefully. There is no way we can go on down this road. Now, if people expect that that's going to happen, then you better keep your eyes very sharp on what's going on in your world. Besides just worrying about, what everybody say. It doesn't matter how intelligent another person is. What the fact of the matter is the research that you do to get the information you need to be able to decipher what you should be doing or should do in cases that we've just seen in the last 2 years. So it is very important now that we do so, because now we have the early voting kicking off in New York City marital primary election. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we need to get some Republicans in there with sense and not on the tape, because there are ones, and many of them, who we cannot trust anymore. You know what I'm saying? We cannot trust them one bit. The Democrats have had their run of the mill. You know what I'm saying? Now we see the switching subject, and now we see Presidential Vladimir Putin told NBC News that Trump is an extraordinary intelligent guy. Man, whereas we see Putin states Biden been in politics since 1972, age 30. You know what I'm saying? I guess he was elected to the Senate and so on. So Biden have always been in politics for many, many years, even going back to 1972. You know what I'm saying? And all he's been doing, to me, is a whole lot of garbage. You know what I mean? I'm sad to say it. Leading up to this times, saying that Putin went on to say there was pros and cons to the Biden presidency. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's a true statement by Putin. A lot of pros and cons, as a matter of fact. That's why I like Putin. He got good sense of humor to be a. Yeah, they go to Russians, brother. Yeah, they go to Europe. You know what I mean? Yeah, these people is crazy, but I like Putin. You know what I'm saying? Same as we hear Schumer with it, the bull, saying Republicans that Trump, uh, a lot of the Republicans saying that Trump will be reinstated, you know what I mean, as commander in chief, you know, represents a glaring he represents a glaring warning on this is what Schumer is saying on the continued widespread acceptance, you know, of Trump unsupported claim uh, of a stolen election, 2020 election. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because Schumer knows. It's funny because Schumer knows that is exactly what happened. If you ask me, you know what I mean? The Demon Democrats stole the election. That's why it is bringing. That's why he's bringing all this garbage up. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you stole the election, and you know if Trump get in there, he gonna shake and bake it. You know, say it until he get up, do all of you, Schumer, and get this country right. And what it is that's ailing inside our government that you're running from. You know what I mean? Schumer shaking in the boots. Okay. Now we hear Kamala. You see, some may say was a good. They think Kamala seems to be cracking as a result of the ongoing issue at the U.S. Mexican border and recent criticism of her approach. You know what I'm saying? Which is very true. Because to me, she was always cracked. They just didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Now, how she's going to handle, you know what I'm saying, her approach on how she was going to handle the border crisis. You know what I'm saying? You know, we were looking and looking to see if we see any solutions. You know what I'm saying? Not detentions. You know what I'm saying? She's supposed to have a bit of a better approach to a matter. You know what I'm saying? As to the matter as what the people need to stop the flow. You know what I'm saying? Stop the flow from South America. Many problems. South America has many problems. You know what I'm saying? That needs good solutions. What she needs to understand that she don't seem to want to understand. That needs good solution. And that's point blank. You know what I mean? She busy over there doing all kinds of underhanded garbage, but needs good solution. You know what I'm saying? This clearly shows the lack of care, the lack of care of what she should be doing to help. You know what I'm saying? The lack of care of what she needs to be doing really to help because it is what you and the Biden administration created. And that's point facts. You know what I'm saying? That's point facts. You created that. You know what I mean? So don't come with that to us. Seems like the White House and many now regretting having Harris, according to reports, as vice president. You know what I'm saying? But they should have done that before. Talking of action, the Democrats are discussing her recent visit to Guatemala. You know what I mean? Kamala being fake. You know what I'm saying? Kamala have been faking the funk for years, being the fake that she is. Everyone knows this now. This proved that. You know what I'm saying? That proved that. This episode of going to Guatemala to discuss anything and the way she handled it definitely proves her worth. You know what I'm saying? As a vice president. And that shames, even if they were faking the funk, she should have faked the funk better than that. You know what I'm saying? Where's the care? Is the question we ask. Where's the care? She's talking so much of she was talking so much of this on her campaign trail about she gonna care for them and do this for them and she gonna love them down and she gonna rub them down. You know, all that good stuff. And, you know, what is the real reason, you know what I'm saying, is what she should be looking at. If you're going to solve a problem. But you see, that's not the issue because the border crisis, who stroked their back? That's the next thing you should be looking at since you like to talk so much. You know what I'm saying? The reason there is even a border crisis. That's the very first thing. There is a stroking of the back that went on that nobody wants to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Many more questions that needs positive answers. So as a vice president, I really don't see what she really did, except show the real brute force of the don't care-ish demon Democrats. Hmm? Many playing in the field. But how can she have a positive answer is the question when you only know the setup. So how would she have a positive answer? Because she was only skilled probably in the setup. You know what I mean? But not skilled in the ways of the solution and the political moves. You see. But not even knowing the breakdown, how to break it down. Break it down. Calm down. You know? She went up there with some old bull. How you break it down? That's what she was supposed to do. This is the question I ask. And this is the vice president enjoying the spoils. So happy to have done the wrecking to get what you want. But you now, right, I am coming. You got, you got it. Can't handle. Hold up. You know, and that's a fact. She's not even on the calm down, the break down, slow the border down, get this thing cleaned out. No, because you wanted what happening is to keep happening so that the chaos comes upon the country. Not by the people in general coming from South America, but the overload. Anytime you have a great overload and all this different thing going on, there's a lot of different things can take place because most of the people come over here side with the wicked anyway. You know what I'm saying? And they bring that wicked behavior. So you see, they must need help to keep sucking and all the foolishness that's going on. And she's the vice president, enjoying the spoils. You know, so happy to have done the wrecking to get to what you want. But you now can get it. But now you can get it. You see what I'm saying? Can't handle it. Nothing but the Kamala approach lockdown that she was doing in the past. That's why I said it that way. You get the picture. You know what I'm saying? While lives are on the balance. Mm-hmm. You know, on the balance, on the edge. You know what I'm saying? Everything is on the edge, right? And this is her way of making this country thing and everything because they set that up to fall that way. And he should have never set it down there because she's no good at it. And I don't know why they did that. So we see after Biden ramped up, after he ramped up on her address, you know what I'm saying? Now, as they say, it's become a big mess. The senators for California is saying this mess. Now it's a big mess. hmm They're saying that Kamala is out of her league. This is what we see. As we see, they say she's out of her league. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing. This, to me, she really has nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? It really has nothing to do with her being a woman. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with that. Because it's totally about, you know, you keeping your head and handling the situation. But it seems like what people are saying, it's totally over her head. Kamala has spent time playing playing ball. You know what I'm saying? She has spent so much time playing ball. You know, it's a shame because she's fumbling the whole. She's fumbling the whole show. You know what I mean? Get the Luciferian out. She might see clear if you get that out. So this is point blank saying, you know, I gotta fly, I gotta hit the sky because many things are calling, a woman's calling, they're ready to roll, and now I'm holding up the game as we go. So this is point blank saying, right, come for I, stay for I, and the mother, the blessed, the glory. No man precedes his mother. You know what I'm saying? No man precedes his mother, coming from the general sorrow, Sultan City, the general himself, Pharaoh. That sit upon the throne and rule us all. But I say, Ra, stay right. I'll catch you on the VI. You know how we do. This is BBN Point Black National News, the late edition, with the facts to crack their back and come with medieval to keep them so. One.